Hey guys, Mark with Think Insurance, and today I want to talk about State Farm's announcement that rates are going up. I actually came across an article. I was going to do a video about State Farm versus Safeco Insurance, which that will be coming soon. So if you're interested in that, subscribe below. So my computer accidentally Googled State Farm auto rate increase. I don't know how I got that plugged in there. I think I was typing in State Farm, and then the most common search was auto rate, and then a common thing after that, Google was suggesting these. So when that popped up, it actually was for 2020. So they actually planned on having rate increases with State Farm, which was crazy because I kind of don't think anyone should be raising the rates right now, especially with the pandemic and everything going on. Nobody's driving. There shouldn't be any reason for the rates to go crazy. I clicked on the article because this is for 2020. Maybe it's shame on Google and this article was done a long time ago, but State Farm, you don't have a freaking date on here. You don't tell me when you wrote this article. So for all I know, this was in 1995, but it's on your website. You have it posted. Now, before I go into that video, I'm gonna try to save you guys a little bit here, State Farm. If I scroll a little bit further, because this video isn't for you or any of the companies, this is for customers and insurance agents to get the best advice, not just fake news. So if I scroll a little bit further, I do find that Forbes said that State Farm poised to lower auto insurance rates, others not so much. And that was August 4th of 2020, so just a few months ago. And so that leads me to believe that your article, although it's the #1 article on this search field, is either early 2020 or maybe late 2019. Now, before the pandemic, yes, the rates were probably planned to go up. Here's the reasons why. At the time, the gas prices were going down. I honestly don't know what they are today. I never look. I'm not one of the guys that follows the gas prices. So I just go to the gas station because I need gas and I don't even care which one it is. If I spend 30 cents more, I spend 30 cents more. At the time, the gas rates were going way, way, way down, and so more people were driving. It's less expensive to drive. You're naturally going to have more people on the road, more accidents. Distracted driving is playing a huge factor. The biggest reason we have crashes today is distracted driving. So much that I am actually probably going to make a whole short video or like an animation or something that kind of goes along the lines of it because it's so powerful of an effect. And I want to show people how it affects your insurance, not just hurting someone's life or crashing, but the cost that it gives you. So it's doubled, tripled. It's the distracted driving is a common thing. Now, a lot of that has to do with the younger age, which is all of the videos that I'll link over here at the end, because that's a big thing. Distracted driving is more at the lower age because we're just glued to TikTok and our phones and being connected to the world. As we go further each year, I've noticed more and more that the boomers and all of the other age groups, they're all starting to become that way too. We've kind of adapted to tech is life right now, especially with the pandemic. It's become a thing. So they go into a little bit more detail on ways to save. So they do talk about that, the distracted driving, all that stuff, which is actually a really fake, sad way to tell you that the rates are going up. I get it. Like there's 3 reasons or 2 reasons. They're trying to play dumb in all honesty. They're not digging in. At least this article isn't digging in and saying, hey, here's the real reason. We're losing money. We spent too much on advertising, which is honestly my thought. Tell me if I'm wrong in the comments below. We've spent too much on advertising minus the product cost, which is what you're paying for your premium. And so we miscalculated it. Our rates are going to go up. Rates do not just go up across the board. It's usually one specific company or a handful of them. Sometimes it's a major shift in the way that they do it, and they all adjust. But there's usually a handful of companies out there that have really good rates no matter what. Because if they price the product correctly for their type of client that they're looking for, they're never going to have that issue. Some ways that they wanted to fix it is drive safe and save, which I did a full review video up there. Really good idea, pretty good plan. That will save you money, but now you have to give your data to State Farm. Multiple line discount. I don't understand why people don't do that in the first place. Like if you have a house that's in bad condition, that's a good reason. That's not going to deter an agent from selling your auto in most cases. If you have your no auto and you have a house, I get it. Like the multi-product, you have to fit there. Even renter's insurance is a multi-product discount, and you can get like 20% off. Biggest discount in the policy. It's worth checking into. Steer Clear is something actually I need to do some more research on. It looks like it's for safe driver discount for drivers under the age of 25. So it sounds like they're having you take some sort of course. I've seen the company that I'm actually insured with, which is Citizens. They do a teen driving discount, which is awesome. And they do like a rewards discount if they do well in the course. They get gift cards for Amazon and all that stuff, so it rewards the teen as well. So maybe I'll do a video on the State Farm version. And lastly, they talk about raising your deductible. So I get it, that's a thing. I don't love it, but it's, at the end of the day, if you got to save money, you got to save money, and that's the best way to keep the coverages you have today, but also lowering the cost of your insurance. So I did click on that newer article. So I read that Forbes article, and I'll link it below so if you guys want to read into it further. But I kind of glanced over it, and this was August, like I said, of this year. And it was a really good article. It actually talked about how the rates that people didn't feel comfortable or weren't appreciative or didn't think that the kickback that insurance companies gave for the pandemic was enough. And I do see that. Like, I think I got 60 some odd dollars back, which was, thank you, but I really haven't driven at all. So why didn't I just cancel my insurance with you and move on? We know why. There's other videos I have that explain that. But at the end of the day, not everybody knows that. So they figure, how do I save the most money? As a company, you want to reduce the loss of customers. Even if they come back, it's a lot of paperwork and a lot of renewal and a lot of resources that you're building to get that customer back. This isn't specific to State Farm, even though it did start that way. It actually explains how Erie Insurance, Progressive, State Farm, Liberty Mutual, Allstate, Nationwide, they all have plans of changing the rates at some point. So they could go positive, could go negative, depending on what they choose. It really depends on the profile. So at the end of the day, what you really need to figure out is, do I have the right company? If you don't, I highly recommend that you get a local agent. If not, I actually work with a company that works in 21 states with 17 different companies. I'll put that in the link below so you can fill out a quote there. Otherwise, what I would do is I would find out what coverages you need. There's a handful of videos. I'm not going to link them all up here because I've got like 30 videos in my head that would work for you guys. I would figure out the coverages you need. I would also go ahead and determine, take a look at your current policy or give it to your agent to look at if it's too much or too confusing. Just email it to them. They'll look it over and tell you if it's right. Give somebody time to digest it and make sure it's a good fit for you, and then have them search it across 3, 4, 5, up to 17 different companies. That way you know you get the best rate, but you can choose which company gives you the best rate, and if you want to research them further, definitely do that. Hopefully this video was helpful for you. Definitely subscribe if you want more advice on insurance, some companies. If you're an agent, stay tuned for every Thursday where I actually go into actual sales tactics and selling techniques and whatnot for your customers. I'm Mark with Think Insurance. I will see you in the next one.